welcome back. Today we're going to look at tripod headstand, a different variation to the regular headstand that we have gone through before. In this variation, in tripod headstand, we have two bent arms and our head that is freely standing down onto the floor. For me, to start with headstand, this was actually an easier version to begin with, but through the years of teaching, I've seen many people find this variation much harder than the regular headstand. So again, depending on your personal preference, this may be easier or a little bit harder than the previous variation of our headstand. Again, we're going to go through a couple of steps. As every headstand, every inversion that I talk about, we don't jump into it. We take our time to go through steps so that we can find control to lift into our headstand. Taking these steps will bring, again, also here, more control, more safety, and overall better confidence for you as a practitioner to, in any class that you go through, that you know that you can take this variation and do it with confidence and with certainty, and not to worry that even if a class is very busy that you're going to fall on someone or even jump into someone if we take this practice with control and with confidence. So how are we going to set this up? What I like to do personally is, when I'm going to get ready for my tripod headstand, is to just bring my hands down close to me, just slightly in front of my knees, or maybe even next to my knees here, then my wrist on the height of my legs. And I'm just going to lean forward to place the crown of my head down. Now again, it's the same spot as in Sirsasana A. So again, we want to imagine that we have this imaginary headphone onto our head, and in this line from my ears up to the crown of my head, that is the part that I want to place down. Again, we want to find structure of the bones as well through the neck into the spine to come up nice and straight, especially because we start in a bended position before we start to bring our hips up. Now we're going to go through different steps to use also our bended elbows to support us before coming up. All right? So as I place my hands down, I'm just going to come forward almost like I was coming into a type of child's pose, and I'm going to find comfort to place the crown of my head down. Now here, because we don't have the support of the hands, I see many times that people or start to roll too far through so that they almost touch the back of the head down, or they stay too far forward and the front of their head is just down onto the floor. So make sure that first you set up the structure of the head. So again, place the crown of the head down, make sure you have a solid foundation, tuck your toes, and then use the elbows bent, squeeze the arms together. Then here again, I can start to walk my feet closer in. Now, of course, you don't have to be able to lift the legs up into a press type of situation. We maybe want to come here to place one knee on top of the elbow and then the other. So I'm in like a weird of crow position. We're still going to go through the same steps like what we did before with the Sirsasana A. So I try to bring one knee to the chest, maybe the other. And then we're going to extend the knees up. So we're going through the same steps. When the knees are up, the feet are going to point, and I'm going to stand here into my Sirsasana B, or tripod headstand. And again, always the same way we come in is the same way we come out. We bring the heels towards the buttocks, bending the knees, and again, you could try to just bring the knees back towards the elbows, place the feet down, lower the knees down, and again, maybe take a child's pose to recover. Now again, over time you may find different entries, so you don't need to place the knees on top of the elbows. You can also do, like in Sirsasana A, directly from the position, bring the knees in, or over time learn how to lift into a headstand directly. So these variations are a little bit harder. So if you are struggling with especially the position of the head, or you feel that's a little bit less unstable, maybe start just what I showed now, knees on top of the elbows. If it feels good, we can go to the second variation, and we place the elbows down. Again, we have a solid foundation. My elbows turn in. So if I sit like this, my elbows are not out. I wrap them in, because when I'm going to sit back, my elbows want to bend back. All right? This gives me the structure, just like if you go through Chaturanga Tadasana, we want to have a solid foundation. My fingers are gripping. And again, I'm going to start by placing the crown of the head down. I'm going to lift onto the toes, and I'm going to push, stay with the crown of my head, maybe one knee at a time, squeezing it into the chest. Same thing, knees come up, legs extend, straight into my headstand, and the same way we're coming out, down, sitting down. All right. And the last variation, and this counts, by the way, for every variation that we do into our headstand. If over time you get the control, you get the depth, and maybe for some, the flexibility as well that we need to be able to press the legs directly up into our headstand. So I will just show it with this variation here. Then we're going to place the hands, crown of the head. We're going to lift and directly lift everything up into a solid headstand here. And here we're going to find the same way. We're going to lower slowly with control, lower the knees, and again, maybe take a child's pose as we come out. All right? So again, when we start to work on this type of foundation with this much control, it becomes so much easier to practice your headstand everywhere. And again, it's about repetition. You want to develop the skill. You want to develop the sensation that when your body is upside down, you know exactly how your body is holding, moving, and staying in control. I hope this helps. Let me know, and I will see you in the next one.